Sister Wives Kody Brown orders Robyn's kids to leave the house. Kody is on the verge of bankruptcy today due to Robyn's luxury. Kody is regretting it as Janelle and Meri's finances improve. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Olivia and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Sister Wives Kody Brown leaving Robyn out of the equation with his kids proved she's a major part of the problem in their fractured relationship. Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown has been clear that his relationships with his older kids and his relationship with his remaining wife, Robyn Brown, are currently separate, making it clear that he's pushing her out of that part of his life to make space for what he wants. Kody, who's the father of 18 children, has been dealing with issues with the majority of his kids for years. Despite the fact that he spent part of Sister Wives Season 19's beginning swearing he was making amends with his kids when he wasn't, things seem to be changing for the patriarch. Despite Kody's divorces from Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Meri Brown seemingly coloring his children's perspectives of their father, he's been doing his best to keep Robyn in the loop when it comes to his relationships with his kids. As his remaining wife, Kody's been confiding in Robyn about the difficulties he's faced in his relationships with the kids, but he's also been open about how much they struggle with her being part of the outreach process. Kody's behavior hasn't been great over the years, but both he and the kids have tried to make an effort at staying close. In a recent episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Kody shared with Robyn that he'd been visiting his daughter with Christine Brown, Aspen Thompson, when a few of his other kids had come over as well. While he hadn't anticipated seeing more of his children, it was a welcome surprise. But the conversation that followed didn't appear to be the usual sort for the group. While Kody and his kids have had a strained relationship over the years, things have become increasingly difficult after his divorces from their mothers, leaving Kody primarily dealing with Robyn's kids than any other group. During the conversation, which Robyn kept trying to correct Kody was more of a confrontation despite not being present to witness it. Kody shared that he and the kids had talked a lot about their relationships and what they wanted out of them. Sharing that he'd heard out the kids about their concerns about his behavior, Kody and his children had come to somewhat of an impasse about their relationship, making some positive shifts. While Robyn appeared to be interested in what Kody was saying, it was clear Kody having positive relationships with his kids was a threat to her. While Kody visiting his kids without Robyn present was a positive for him, it's become clear over the years that when Robyn is around, Kody's only real concern is her. Despite knowing that he has 18 children who have different degrees of need for him, Kody's behavior is often geared toward his wife rather than his family if Robyn is there. This behavior has been obvious since the start of his marriage to Robyn, and has been a way for her to make sure that Kody is focused on her rather than any of his other marriages, children, or responsibilities. Although Robyn's been doing her best to ensure she's involved in the relationships Kody shares with his kids, it's been obvious that he's trying to leave her out of the equation more frequently in recent years. After hearing how impactful Robyn's presence has been on Kody's relationships with his kids, typically in a negative way, Kody seems like he's decided to make a change and move more towards sharing relationships with them that don't involve his wife. In a show of self-awareness, Kody's seemingly prioritizing his kids rather than his wife. The Sister Wives star could finally see some growth. Kody Brown mismanaged Sister Wives' Koyo Pass payout, and 2 wives got the short end. The Brown family's Koyo Pass property has been a hot topic of debate since the premiere of Sister Wives Season 19 in September 2024. The land was originally purchased by Kody Brown in 2018 for $820,000 when he decided to move his family from Las Vegas to Flagstaff on a whim. The 14-acre plot was meant to be a compound containing separate homes for Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, along with their children. But that dream could never come true because while the Koyo Pass property was under construction, Kody's dynamic with his first 3 wives started to shift, and they all ended up leaving him one after the other. But the catch was that without any legal recognition of their unions with Kody, his exes had no legal claim to the property, even though they had contributed financially to the purchase. Instead of keeping things fair, Kody, unsurprisingly, did everything in his power to turn this dispute into a long, drawn-out battle where Meri and Janelle ended up getting the short end of the stick. Christine might have been the only one to get out of this situation without enduring the emotional turmoil that Meri and Janelle had. When Christine decided to leave Kody in 2021, she sold her share of the property back to him for $10, and that was the end of it. This was because Christine wanted to leave her past behind and begin a new life, and she believed that giving up her fair share of the land was a trade that she was willing to make. But of course, Janelle and Meri did not want to do that, especially after Kody treated them unfairly throughout their marriages. Both Janelle and Meri view the Koyo Pass property as a significant financial asset, and selling their shares would mean relinquishing any potential future value. However, despite their requests, Kody deliberately stalled the sale process as a power move to maintain control over his ex-wives. It was almost as if by holding onto the property, he made sure that Janelle and Meri could never really cut him off and move on. This isn't surprising, considering that Kody has a history of emotionally manipulating his former wives and guilt-tripping them into doing what he wants them to, with the move to Flagstaff being the biggest example. Kody initially claimed to own a majority of the land, while Janelle and Meri insisted that each of them had a 25% share. As reported by Starcasm, Kody redivided the property in March 2025, which resulted in the two larger plots being jointly owned by all four owners. But even with the land divided more equally, Janelle and Meri were still ultimately dependent on Kody and Robyn's decision for the final sale. Despite having larger shares of the land, Kody's former wives didn't really have any control over them. The former plural family finally sold their disputed land in April 2025 for $1,500,000, which resulted in a $680,000 profit, per the U.S. Sun. Following the sale, the profits were divided among the four owners, but the split wasn't entirely equal. Meri and Janelle received around $325,000 each after splitting their $750,000 share. Kody and Robyn, however, made out significantly better and received their total of $750,000. The land was sold in four parcels, two 2.42-acre plots that sold for $305,000 each, a 4.48-acre plot selling for $400,000, and a 5.16-acre plot selling for $490,000. What's more frustrating is that Kody and Robyn also walked away with the down payment on the land and its accrued equity. This disparity is all the more frustrating since Robyn has always contributed little financially compared to the others. Despite Janelle using her $401K to help Kody buy the property, she ended up getting a lesser share than Robyn. Similarly, Meri was a big contributor to the Brown family's financial pot, but clearly that didn't pay off well for her either. Two possibilities exist. Janelle and Meri can either decide to cut their losses and use this as a chance to move on with their lives, or they can take legal action to fight for their fair share of the land's profit. If they choose this route, it could give sister wives a reason to keep airing, especially now that the sister-wife dynamic has dissolved. In a way, this might be the perfect direction for the show, with his former wives coming together to finally confront Robyn and Kody for the emotional and financial manipulation they have put them through. Janelle making sketchy financial decisions after Kody split. Her farm plan in North Carolina is very ambitious and expensive. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives owns a 156-acre piece of land in North Carolina, which is seen as an ambitious yet challenging investment. In 1993, she married her former husband, Kody Brown, joining his polygamous family. Together, Kody and Janelle welcomed 6 children. Janelle made her reality TV debut in Sister Wives in 2010, appearing alongside Kody and her sister wives, Christine and Meri Brown. She supported Kody as he married his fourth wife, Robyn Brown, standing by his side and expressing joy at the growth of their family. Janelle proved herself to be a wonderful mother and a devoted wife. She went to great lengths to ensure Kody's happiness, whether by following his directives or investing her savings in his aspirations. Unfortunately, Kody never truly appreciated Janelle's sacrifices. He primarily spent his time with his youngest wife, Robyn, disregarding Janelle's feelings. In 2021, Christine ended her relationship with Kody, prompting Janelle to do the same. Christine's departure made Janelle realize it wasn't too late to pursue her dreams and achieve independence. In 2022, Janelle parted ways with Kody and relocated to North Carolina. Janelle's most surprising purchase was a 156-acre property, which has become the main site for her business, Tata Farms. She bought the property in North Carolina about 2 years after her split from Kody, purchasing it for $289,000. Janelle's large piece of land is located in Chalkwinity, only 30 minutes away from Janelle's daughter, Maddie Brush's home. So far, the Sister Wives cast member has primarily used her vast property to grow her business, Tata Farms. While Janelle has invested in and started her farm business on her 156-acre land, she may have taken on more than she can handle. By investing a significant amount of money in such a large piece of land in North Carolina, Janelle has acquired many new responsibilities. She is committed to the new venture, which could potentially mean she'll be away from her children as she gets older. Maintaining the land will require considerable effort and may require additional financial investment, which could impact Janelle's long-term financial situation. Not only does Janelle have to invest in maintaining her property, but she also has to put a significant amount of money into keeping her farm business running. A few months ago, Janelle launched Tata Farms with Madison Brush, her first major business venture since her split from Kody. She soft-launched it on social media and followed up with posts encouraging Sister Wives fans to check it out. Janelle also used the Tata Farms website as an e-commerce platform, selling items such as casual clothes, including tops, bags, aprons, cookbooks, towels, and special Mother's Day bundles. She spent nearly 30 years raising her 6 children, fulfilling responsibilities while married to Kody. Janelle lacks farming experience and hasn't clearly defined her business model. The About Us section on her website is somewhat unclear, which could confuse potential customers. The Our Story section on the website states that Tata Farms isn't just about cultivating flowers. It's about creating a sanctuary where people can gather, connect, and find solace in the beauty of nature. Janelle has been in a long-standing dispute with Kody regarding the Coyote Pass property. In 2018, Janelle, Kody, and other sister wives invested a significant portion of their savings to purchase the 14-acre land in Coyote Pass, Fort Valley, Arizona. They bought the property for more than $800,000 to develop their polygamous family there. However, circumstances change when Janelle and the other sister wives end their relationship with Kody. This led to conflict over the Coyote Pass as Janelle and Meri pressured Kody to sell the land and distribute their rightful portion. In 2025, Kody finally sold the Coyote Pass for $1.5 million. It has been revealed Kody, Robyn, Meri, and Janelle divided the profits equally among themselves. Janelle walked away with over $300,000, likely more than double the amount she had invested in 2018. Janelle is smart and should put some money in savings instead of investing all of it in her farm. While it's great that she believes in her idea, it would be a wiser move for her to keep the Coyote Pass money saved and allow her business to grow organically. No pun intended. Janelle has been very open about her financial struggles and the reasons behind them. Previously, she discussed how all of her family members kept their earnings in the same place. As part of a polygamous family, all the adults in the family shared their money and assets. Unfortunately, as time passed, it became increasingly difficult for Janelle to keep track of her investments. This also impacted her emotional health, as she saw others like Kody take money out of the family funds and spend it on things without her knowledge. Instead of running the business solo, she is sharing it with her daughter, Madison, and Madison's husband, Caleb. Although things are running smoothly at the moment, sharing such a significant investment with multiple family members could lead to complications for Janelle in the future. As the business grows, issues may arise concerning the contributions of her family members compared to her own. The Sister Wives cast member may come to regret co-owning the farm with her family, similar to how she regretted her previous financial decisions. I have noticed some clues while watching Sister Wives that suggest Meri Brown had been Kody Brown's favorite wife before Robyn Brown entered the picture. Kody and Meri have gone through 2 separations. The first was in 2014, when Kody legally divorced Meri so he could marry Robyn and adopt her children. Although Kody and Meri have been married since 1990, they remained spiritually bonded until 2020, when they ultimately ended their relationship for good. However, while Kody seemed ready for Meri to walk away, she wasn't willing to give up on him so easily. Meri was 19 when she married 21-year-old Kody, but their relationship quickly grew distant. Kody's emotional coldness left Meri feeling isolated, and his favoritism toward Robyn strained all his marriages. Meri's fertility struggles added more tension, as she longed for children, but Kody showed little interest in starting a family with her. After Meri became involved in a catfishing scandal, Kody used the incident to further distance himself. He had already prioritized his other wives over Meri. Still, one wonders, could things have turned out differently if Kody had been honest about his true feelings for her from the start? While spending time with Meri on their 32nd anniversary, Kody hinted that he never really loved her and only married her because he felt he had to. I was honestly stunned he would say something like that, especially after so many years. Meri responded, "I know you love me," and asked why he even proposed if his feelings weren't real. At the time, they were both single, and he chose her willingly. I don't blame Meri for wanting to understand why fake love and stay in a relationship for decades. To her, it felt cruel, like she was just a convenient choice. Kody's response to Meri's accusation was honestly startling to me. He didn't confirm or deny what she said. He just completely avoided commenting on it. Later, he claimed their marriage had been rocky the entire time because he had such a better relationship with his other wives. Hearing him say he should have ended things 25 years ago was honestly heartbreaking. But what really stood out to me was his admission that he stayed out of fear. He believed that leadership wouldn't let him marry again if he was seen as someone who discards wives. That just felt so calculated. I still can't believe Kody didn't leave Meri, even after admitting he never loved her and regretted marrying her. He openly said he stayed in a loveless marriage and misled Meri about wanting to fix things, just to keep the door open for marrying more women. That's hard to hear. Despite claiming to value love and family, his actions told a different story. To me, it felt like he was stringing Meri along, not out of love or loyalty, but for his own benefit. His admission made it clear he stayed for selfish reasons, not because he cared about their relationship. At the same time, Kody gave Meri hope that their marriage still had a chance. He made her believe he would work on their relationship shortly after their 1990 wedding. I can't help but think, were those mixed messages? Kody himself admitted they were. That left Meri feeling like she had been wearing blinders for years. I honestly don't blame her for questioning everything. She started to wonder if Kody had been trying to push her away all along by constantly saying he didn't love her. Was he just trying to avoid being the bad guy by waiting for her to leave? It really seems like Kody has convinced himself of a version of events that doesn't reflect the full reality. In my opinion, his relationships with Janelle and Christine were far more strained than what he had with Meri. Kody and Janelle's marriage had long-standing issues. Her growing independence, his self-centeredness, and constant parenting conflicts. He slammed her for making single-woman decisions and resented her for siding with the kids. Meanwhile, Janelle clearly felt emotionally neglected. What really stood out to me was how distant Kody became from their children, especially after the move to Flagstaff. That only deepened the cracks. When it came to Christine, I saw how deeply her relationship with Kody suffered because of their mismatched needs for intimacy. She felt unloved and unappreciated, and Kody even told her outright that he wasn't attracted to her, which was incredibly hurtful. Over time, she noticed him pulling away emotionally too. It was clear to me that Kody wasn't prioritizing Christine or her kids, while his growing affection for Robyn and her family became more and more obvious. That shift took a serious toll on Christine. Her concerns were brushed aside, and Kody just stayed emotionally unavailable throughout it all. Meri agreed to polygamy before even marrying Kody, and from what I've seen, she genuinely embraced the idea of adding more wives to the family. She seemed enthusiastic about the plural lifestyle, partly because her father had 5 wives and often talked about it with Kody. Those conversations played a huge role in Kody's decision to live this way. Meri and Kody spent their first 3 years of marriage alone before Janelle and Christine joined, showing just how committed she was to the idea. Honestly, without Meri's influence and support, sister wives might not have even existed in the first place. Janelle wasn't the first of Kody's wives to leave him or the last one either. By the time Sister Wives Season 19 premiered, 3 of his 4 wives had walked away from him and the Brown family. To a great extent, the family fell apart because Kody preferred his 4th wife, Robyn. According to Janelle, he was more attracted to Robyn from the beginning. Kody and Robyn met in 2009 when he and his first wife, Meri, attended the same party. It was Meri who met Robyn first and encouraged Kody to court her. She would come to regret her involvement.